Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people and some of the stars of the biggest restaurants around the world. On Sunday night, I had dinner at Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza at Doral in Florida. It's a chain that's all over the country. It's in New York and Pennsylvania and here in Florida. And to tell us about it is Michelangelo Mozzicato. Nice to talk to you, Michelangelo.
Nice. Thank you for having me.
Firstly, thank you so much for coming on because this really is a wonderful place. I think the word that came up more than anything was authentic. I mean, your ingredients, the way you cook, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You do the pizza the best it can possibly be served.
Yes. We tried to bring back the old method of cooking with coal, which was very popular during the early 1900s. Coal was it's a very inexpensive mineral, and that's how everybody used to keep their homes warm and cook with it. Then technology came around and everybody kind of pushed it away, pushed it aside because there's a lot of labor involved. There's a lot of dust and cleaning that, you have to do with the ovens. So we tried to bring back the tradition of cooking with coal, and sure enough, the taste of the pizza says it all.
I think people think the New York style of that thick, really heavy-based bread pizza was the original style. It wasn't. I mean, the Italians did it real thin and crispy with the beautiful pie in the middle and the great fillings. It wasn't meant to be this heavy, stodgy thing that it's become.
We use the very finest ingredients, and if you get to see the way we make our product, it's so simple procedure. I mean, we don't do anything sophisticated. Sometimes the simple way that you do things, you get the better results. We don't use any freezers. Everything that we do is on a daily basis, and the only product that we have is pizza, and of course, it's always fresh.
One of the things I loved about the restaurant per se was the fact that it was so friendly and welcoming, and there were so many families around. I mean, you embrace everybody. It has that Italian flair. The Italians love their family, and it's quite right that you should serve everybody. And they were all amazingly well behaved as well.
Yes, we try to have that personal touch and between customers. We try to make everybody feel at home, and we try to recognize customers on a daily basis and try to remember what everybody is used to, and make everybody feel at home. We're trying to stay away from this big corporate chains out there that have very strict rules, and we're pretty open and very flexible, and we try to make everybody feel like they're going to their mom and pop place in their favorite city.
One thing that really impressed me, and maybe this is sacrilege to say it about a pizza place, but I loved your meatballs. I thought the sauce was extraordinary and the quality of the meat was sensational. Congratulations on those.
Yes, thank you. So usually there is an Italian rule that when you go to an Italian restaurant and you try the meatball as a first thing, if you like the meatballs, everything else is going to be just fine.
You did great with that. And of course the salad, I mean, so simple, so refreshing, so original, just great tomatoes, a couple of olives, great lettuce, there you go. The seasoning and the dressing that you put on it I thought was superb. Again, these little touches is what makes a great Italian restaurant.
Exactly. It's a very simple technique that we use, and we try not to leave any room for mistakes. Everything, it's a very simple menu. It's a restaurant guy, owner, dream to have a menu the one we have. A lot of people didn't give us any credit just to have such a small menu when we first opened, because the original menu was actually just pizzas and one dessert and 2 sandwiches, and the chicken wings came probably 2 months later. And anybody that comes into a restaurant who's been in the restaurant business, they fall in love with the menu. But sometimes when you go into business with such a limited menu, it's a big gamble that you take. But we went forward and we figured, when you want pizza, you got to come and see us. When you want a good steak, you go to the steak guy.
Right.
You want Chinese, you go to the Chinese guy. But when you want pizza, you come to us. I mean, that's the only thing that we do, and we do it right.
What is it about the coal ovens? Is it the temperature at which you put the pizza in originally that gets it so crispy and perfect?
Yes, the oven cooks at a high temperature of 850, 900 degrees. The pizza takes about 3.5 minutes to cook. Our dough is very, it's proofed, it's ready to bake. There is a lot of air in the dough. It cooks very fast. It's flour protected. So the pizza takes a good 3.5 minutes. Sometimes you do get the customer that doesn't like the pizza too well done, or doesn't like the pizza undercooked. Very hard to keep everybody happy and satisfy everybody. But the way we cook our pies, it's 3.5 minutes. It's got the char color all around the crust, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly. How hard is it to get great staff? I was really impressed by your servers. They seemed to give everybody the time they needed. They weren't obtrusive. They didn't get in the way, but they were there when they needed them. That's a clever skill, isn't it?
Yes. We were very lucky since the start. When we first opened up, we were very successful. We've been very busy ever since. So, when you have a successful restaurant, that your your first goal is to keep all the customers happy. Everything after that falls in place. You have a very successful restaurant, and then everything starts coming together. All of a sudden, you have good people looking for you. You have quality people looking for jobs, and those are the people that we had since a long time. Even though a lot of these guys go to school, they're part-time students, and they have a part-time job. But these are guys that have been here, for such a long time. In my restaurant, we have waiters and busboys that've been here for 8-7 years, and we've been lucky enough to stay busy throughout the whole year. That these people don't have any time to think about going somewhere else. We make them feel at home. I've been an employee myself. I'm still an employee. I know how to treat people so they can feel comfortable where they work and they look forward to come to work. So we've been very lucky, when it comes to staff.
It's a great compliment to the way you operate. And I noticed one of the things that you have 3 segments to your restaurants. There's the restaurant itself, there's the bar where people seem to enjoy having a drink. And let's face it, you have so many local beers in each of these branches. You make sure that you tailor each restaurant to where you're located.
Yes. We have, in the past few years, we implemented all these local craft beers. And it's been a hit for us, and it's a good combination with the pizzas, the salad, the chicken wings. Customers seems to love it. So as we open up new location, the bar has been expanding on craft beers, and there's a lot of selections. Like you say, you go to a different location, there's different beers you can choose from, and it's been great for us.
And of course, the third section is the takeout. People love to just come get their pizza and go. It's so rare. I wish we had this in England. We just don't have the opportunity to get a pizza of your quality where we can take it out and bring it home with us. It's a great idea.
Well, that's part of the scenery. A lot of people, they're trying to tell us, why don't you guys have a separate section for takeout? The reason why it's because, it's a small restaurant. Everybody's jammed up at the door, at the counter, at the cashier, and everybody's waiting for the to-goes. And so any moment that you walk into a restaurant, it makes you wonder, this place is always busy, and we always are. But that's part of the, part of the theme. The music gets going, and everybody's having a good time. People are lining up, and everybody's waiting for the food. And there's action everywhere. It's like when you go to a casino. Yeah. Everybody's yelling, they hit the craps, and the roulette table is going. So when you come into a restaurant, we try to create the same scenario. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's waiting for food, and it's part of the rush. So the takeout, it's like a number one thing.
And I said that in my review. One of the great things about your restaurant is the fact that it has such energy. It is noisy and it is busy, and that's a compliment to yourself. You can't manufacture that. It either is or it isn't. And that's really at the heart of Italian cuisine, isn't it? The talking, the family, the laughter.
Absolutely. That's been part of our success. We open up small places, and we expand as we need to. We don't open up 200 seats restaurants, and hopefully they will fill up one day. We start very small, 50, 60 seats, and we try to create that atmosphere that everybody's happy, and it fills up, and there is always something going on, and the bar and the bus boys, and the place is always busy.
Congratulations on a wonderful restaurant. Anthony's Cold Fire Pizza is across the country. I visited Doral in Florida. Michelangelo, such a great pleasure to talk to you. I'd go back just for the salad and for the meatballs before I even get to the pizza, which was truly delicious. I love that thin crust, crispy, sort of meaty filling. For me, the doughy base has gone. It's just too much carbs, too much fat. The way you do it is superb, and congratulations on a lovely restaurant.
Thank you so much.